Hi, mamas. I always like to pop on a little bit early because I like to give you a couple minutes to gather your stuff, to get your mat, to get your journal, and to meet me here for our live yoga flow. I am not in the studio today. I'm actually at my house. You know, busy mom life. As it turned out, I wasn't able to get back to my studio. So I have to come here to my home. So I hope that that's okay. I apologize that I am not in the studio. I promise I will be there next time. And we get to do some yoga in my house today. So that's kind of fun. If you guys have your journals, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. I have set up behind me just a little blanket. So today we're going to be doing core strengthening. That was one of the requests. And so what's cool about yoga is, for the most part, it's all core strengthening, right? That's pretty much the basic yoga thing. It's like, oh, okay, for sure. It's all about the core. So, but we're going to be doing a little bit more. So if you are pregnant, I am so sorry. This flow is not for you, okay? If you have had a baby, I advise you to not do this until you are at least 8 weeks postpartum. So I am so sorry, postpartum mommies. I'm so sorry, pregnant mommies. This is not a flow for you, okay? I promise we'll get you next time. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. You know how I like to start with some deep breaths. So go ahead and find your beautiful seat of honor. You can lift the lovely flesh off of your sits bones so you can really connect with the earth. And if you hear any banging, it's my fridge, which is behind the camera, and it's making ice, and it's loud. So just, you know, I always love when noises pop in, unexpected noises or unexpected distractions, because to me it helps our yoga practice. So I always like to say this to my mamas. It's one thing to be atop a mountain and to find peace and quiet and stillness, okay? Yeah, anybody can find peace and stillness atop a mountain, right? What about right here in life, with the fridge making ice, with my kitty who is probably going to come in at some point, and with just life, the fact that I couldn't make it back to my studio today. You know, it's like our invitation is finding that peace in our day-to-day lives, right? It's like that quote. I think I read that quote last week. It's not about being removed from all of the things to then find peace. It's that we get to find peace in the chaos of it all. So anyway, that's my little tidbit here. So you can cross at the ankles, okay, or you can put one foot in front of the other. And if you will just join me, we can place our hands down on our knees. And there's another mudra. So mudras are different ways you can place your hands, right? There's Gyan mudra, Anjali mudra. I can't remember the name of this one, but it's one that I've taught my girls in the Yoga for Girls series. And what it is you fold your thumb in, and then you bring your fingers around. And then you can place that fist on your knees, and it's extremely grounding. So if you're ever feeling like you can't focus, or there's just so much to do, there's so much on your brain, which happens to us all the time, right? You can do this mudra, and you just place it on your knees, and it just feels so good. So I invite you to find your beautiful seat of honor, to pick your mudra. Maybe it's palms down, palms up. Maybe you want your hands on your heart. Like, you get to do whatever you want to do, okay? Just finding what works for you. Allow your shoulders to melt down your back. Your chin tucks in just a little bit. The crown of your head is pulled to the ceiling. Your shoulders melt down your back. Okay. Your jaw is loose. The space between your eyebrows is smooth. And you begin to take those deep belly breaths in through the nose. Fill up your belly. Allow your belly to expand and pop out. And then exhale, let's sigh it out today. Inhale when you're ready. Sigh it out, get rid of it. One more time. Beautiful. Continue with those deep belly breaths for just a couple seconds more. Feeling yourself more present, more here with every breath. Inhaling, filling up that belly, and exhaling, releasing all the tension in your body. How wonderful is that quiet? Feels good. So when you're ready, we can bring our hands now to our heart center. This is called Anjali Mudra. And as we bow our head to our hands, we're just going to thank ourselves, our spouses, our children, our partners, our dogs and cats, whomever we have to thank to be here today. Because things had to line up for you to be here. Something, you had to set apart the time or rely on somebody else so that you could set apart the time. Whatever it is, I just ask you to honor that, to show gratitude for that, for yourself, for making the time to meet me here on your mat. I am so thankful for this. Okay, we can bow our head to our hands to our knees, and we can lift our gaze. And I just remembered, talk about being present, I never introduced myself. So I am Amber Smith. I am with Moon Mama Yoga and Birth Services. I am a doula, a birth doula, and a yoga teacher. I specialize in prenatal yoga, but I obviously do it all. I can do all the yoga, right? I teach Mommy and Me on Thursday mornings at 9:30, and I teach prenatal every Saturday at 10 a.m. and that's at the Arizona Doulas Yoga and Education Center. So sorry I had to just get that in there. I'm supposed to introduce myself. So let's go back to, or I'm going to go back to my mat. You're probably already on yours. All right, let me make sure I'm nice and close. So with our core, a lot of it is our breathing, right? So when we're really being conscientious of our breath, we're really expanding it out, and then on the inhale, we are really bringing that belly button to the spine. When we have that breath that we can control, right? And the goal, or one of the goals of the many pranayama practices, is to really expand that breath, right? So making it deeper, being able to suspend the breath, and then releasing it. Like all of those things, that building up that lung capacity is actually a really big part of building the core. So, for starters, let's warm up and then we'll get into some more core work. So, let's open up these shoulders, okay? Hands in the heart center. Let's inhale. Reach, interlock those fingers up to the ceiling. Little circles to the right, little circles to the left. Good. Reaching up, and then we exhale back down. Good. Shoulder circles to the back of the room. Good. Shoulder circles towards me. We want to open up our body, right? Good. Nice deep inhale here. We're going to twist to the side. Okay, so again, opening up our little back. Good. Back to center. Deep inhale. Good. Then we exhale, twist to the other side. And it's okay to breathe loud enough so that you hear yourself. Good. And then we relax here. Hands on knees, chin to chest. Deep inhale, bringing chest and chin together. Exhale, release. Good. Next inhale, we gently inhale right ear over right shoulder. And then we exhale, chin back down to chest. And then we inhale, left ear over left shoulder. And then we exhale, chin back down to chest. Good. And then we can inhale all the way up. Let's bring our legs out in front, hands come behind. We do some really yummy and delicious ankle circles. I never leave out a good ankle circle. And then go in the opposite direction. Okay? Pointing and flexing and pointing and flexing. Good, beautiful. Let's go ahead and come to standing, okay? So you're gonna be long ways on your mat. Hands to heart center. We're gonna start with those sun salutations. Sun salutations are wonderful for that core strength, especially as I add in some other little tidbits, okay? Hands to heart center. We inhale, lift up. We exhale, fold forward. Good. What we're gonna do here is while we're forward, we're just gonna walk our hands out. So if we're supposed to be on the back of our mat, I don't think I said that. We're gonna walk forward and then come into our plank. And then I want you to hold this plank, hugging everything in, right? We're not sinking down like this, and we're also not into a down dog. We are right here. And if you're shaking, guess what? That's totally fine. That's your body working hard, right? So we hold it for 10 seconds. I'm gonna scooch back so you guys can see me better. Only we've probably been holding it for at least 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those elbows in, go all the way down. Now hover, hover, do not fall down. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hover, 3, 2, 1. Oh, relax. Good job, you guys. That's not easy. We're gonna come into a Sphinx. So what Sphinx is you're gonna bring your forearms down and your hands are spread out, okay? So forearms come down, drop those shoulders. We don't wanna be like this in our Sphinx, right? We wanna be nice and long. Toes are pointed, right? Nice deep breath here. Oh, good. Then we can lower back down, okay? We're gonna bring our hands right in alignment with our chest as we come up into our cobra. Good, we exhale and come down, curl those toes under. Now this is part of that core work. We wanna hug everything in as we come back into our down dog. This blanket is not working so hot for me. Good, and again, you can walk those heels down one at a time. Okay, this is our first down dog together. So give yourself some patience. Good, we look between the hands and we step, or we jump into that forward fold. Good, inhaling halfway up. Exhaling, fold forward. Good, and then we inhale, coming all the way up. Good, hands together, exhale. Hands to the heart center. Good, again, we inhale, come up. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Placing hands down on the mat, we're gonna jump back to our plank, okay? So we jump. Again, this blanket's the worst. Hug those elbows in. 10, 9, 8, check your body. 7, 6, is it down here? Is it up here? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those elbows in, lower down, hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just kidding, another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and we relax. Take a breath here. Align your hands with your chest. We inhale into our cobra. We exhale down. Curl those toes under. Hug those elbows in. We lift all the way up, back into our down dog. Deep breaths here. Beautiful. Look between your hands. Step and jump, or jump, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Really press those sits bones back, okay? So that's where we put our hands on our shins or on our thighs, because we're really trying to push our sits bones to the opposite side. And then we exhale, fold forward. Good, we inhale all the way up. Good, this time I want you to look down, Bring your feet about mat width apart, maybe not quite that far depending on your squat. And then we're gonna bring our toes out a little bit so they're at a little bit of a V because we're gonna come into our squat, okay? So arms are up, then we exhale, we lower down, a lot of intention, okay? Into our squat. So if your heels are up off the ground, that's okay, you'll get there. You'll get there with your heels down, okay? So just taking a minute here, deep breaths. Hands are in the heart center, elbows are on the inside of your knees, and you're kind of pressing them out. Creates a nice deep hip opener, which we'll do that. We'll do that sometime, nice hip openers. So, beautiful. So from here, my mamas, we're gonna reach our hands behind, okay, as we come to sitting. Wonderful. So with this, fix my pants, we're gonna come back, right? So you're kind of balancing on your tushy. Now, you can leave your feet just like this, arms right here, okay? If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can also hold your knees, okay? So if you are, you know, if this is one of the first times you've done core workout or core strengthening, this is enough, right? This is good. If you want to take it a bit deeper, you let go, right? If you want to take it deeper, you'll extend these legs, right? And then bring the hands here. So you're gonna shake here, okay? And that's okay, but you can still hold it. So breathing, breathing, breathing. Good, hands behind, bring it in. So here's the beautiful thing about yoga. When something is hard in life, we tend to hold our breath, right? We go, and then we hold our breath. But in yoga, the beautiful thing is we can do hard stuff and still have our breath, which we can carry that into our lives, right? So let's do that again. Right in the center, right? Holding on. Then if you want to challenge yourself, you let go. If you want to challenge yourself more, you lift up, okay? And then you hold it and let yourself shake, because it's hard work. It's not easy, okay? Good, holding it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Behind your knees and down. Fabulous. Let's come to laying on our backs. Okay? So, laying on our backs, arms are down, palms are flat, knees are about hip width apart, and feet are flat on the mat. So we're gonna do some pelvic lifts here. But the point of this isn't just to like lackadaisically, you know, lift them up. We're gonna lift them up and then pretend like we're squeezing a block in between our knees. And you'll feel the difference, right? So let's do this together. Ready? We take a deep inhale. We exhale. On your next inhale, we inhale and come up. Now, okay, everything's lifted, but let's activate our pelvic floor by squeezing that imaginary block. Do you guys feel the difference? Okay, try to hold it up here without holding your breath. Good job, and then we can release. Beautiful. You can rock the hips a little bit. Okay, let's do that again. Palms down, and we lift. Squeeze that imaginary block. Feel that pelvic floor activating, because believe it or not, the core and the pelvic floor work so beautifully together. So we need them both. Good. Hold it here, but don't hold your breath. If you want to take it a bit deeper, you can interlock the fingers underneath and then roll up onto those shoulder blades, right? Takes it a bit deeper. Okay. And then we can relax all the way back down. Good job. See, make sure I'm on the screen. Good. So now, bringing your hands above your head, toes are out. We're going to really stretch as far as we can, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to lift and touch fingers and toes, okay? So this is really hard. This is hard for me too, okay? So here we go. On your next inhale, we're going to inhale. and bring them together. It's so hard, right? And then we come back down. Do it again. And then back down. Holy moly, ladies. Let's do that one more time. Ready? Next inhale, we inhale. And then back down. Oh my goodness. All right, bringing arms down. We want our palms to be flat again, and you can even bring your hands underneath if you've got some low back issues or whatever, right? Unless it's, it might be more comfortable on your hands. But the point here is we're gonna lift up our chins just a little bit, and then we're gonna lift up our feet and we're gonna flutter kick, okay? So this one is also hard. I've got this dining table chair, hold on. There we go. So, lifting up our chin, and then we do these little wiggle flutter kicks, okay? Whew. And if you want to take it more challenging, you let go of the mat, right? And you bring your hands to either side. And you flutter, and you flutter, and you sweat, and you curse my name. Good, and then you relax. Let's bring the arms up nice and tall. Nice deep breath here. Good, let's do that again. Hands come down. And then when you're ready, you can lift up, and then flutter kick. Okay, remembering to breathe. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring one leg in, hugging knee to chest, lowering back down, hugging knee to chest. And lowering back down. So another thing, you're gonna roll onto your side. So you can come to your forearms. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna try to do it on this blanket, but basically we're coming into a side plank, okay? So this is like the easier, basically that's the one that I can do. The other one is really hard, and I'm just, my core, I'm still working on it, right? That's where you're up like this, right? Ooh. This is really hard for me, okay? So this is your side plank. So if you wanna come up like this, girl, do it. If you wanna be further down on your elbow and then you lift up, do it. But what we wanna pretend is like there's a string pulling our hip to the ceiling. So we don't wanna be saggy, right? We wanna be up and nice and firm, okay? And then we hold it there. This is our side plank. Should I count? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and then you lower down. So another really great way, which I think I'm too sweaty and tired to show you now, but it's that side plank, right? Let me get there, this cruddy blanket, and then you take this leg, OMG. OMG, I don't think I can do it today, but that's a fun one. Maybe we'll work up to that together. And then you want to make sure that you roll over and do the other side. So if you're down here, finding that sweet spot, right? So that you're up on that side plank this way, or up on that side plank. So finding what works for you, okay? Good, and we'll hold it 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, good job, guys. So the thing you want to remember with your core work is that you'll hug everything into that midline, right? We have this little midline in our bodies, and when we hug everything in, it helps cinch everything together. And then the other thing you want to remember, as I'm out of breath, is you want your breath to flow, okay? When we're working hard, again, we tend to hold that breath where we always want to be breathing, and because when we breathe, we're giving our body the oxygen and the blood that it needs to perform its best. So I don't want to go over because every single video I've done, I've gone over. So let's just do a nice little cool down, but I want you guys to remember plank, side plank, right? Got your boat. Okay, all of those are wonderful for core work, and really any sun salutations, the ones where you are inhaling, coming up, going down, downward dog, you know, doing that whole cycle. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so let's end. Come down onto our mats. Our arms will come to the side, palms down, knees lift up to 90 degrees. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, lower your knees down to the right, okay? So our left hand stays in contact with the ground as our left knees come over, wait, our right, our knees come to the right. Oh my. Good, deep breaths here. Okay. And then using your core, we're gonna inhale our legs back up. Good job, hold it here. Nice deep breath, and then we exhale our knees over to the left, leaving our right hand down, okay? Beautiful. Using that core again, we inhale, coming all the way up. Take a hold of our knees as we make big circles with our knees, going opposite directions and then coming together. Good. And then hugging onto our knees, we're going to rock. Okay, I'm going to rock a couple of times. Okay, and then we're going to rock all the way up. Okay, awesome. So remember that if you have a timer and a couple of minutes to please honor your Shavasana. I say this every time and I will never stop saying it. Shavasana is the most important pose that you can do. So with this being a sort of a short flow, even if you were to lay down for 5 minutes with a beautiful song on and take those deep breaths, what a difference it could make in your day. I feel really far from you. I'm going to scooch a little bit closer. I felt too far. But I encourage you to journal. Maybe some thoughts popped up while you were doing the core work, like, like here's a thought I had. I want to work on my core. This was good that the ladies asked for this. It's not my strong suit. So, you know, whatever might be there for you, remember to set your timer and honor your Shavasana, where you're laying on your back, completely relaxed, your palms are open, your fingers do that natural curl, your legs, you know, your feet will splay out however it feels comfortable for them, and your whole goal is to just chill. So I invite you to do that after this if you can, and if you can't, see what needs to be done in order for that to happen, right? What can you put into place in order for you to have that wonderful Shavasana? And then just kind of journal how you're feeling, right? Like, 'cause writing out our thoughts is very cathartic and it's very good for us. So I invite you, if you have your journal, to do that as well. So let's end, shall we? Hands come to the heart center. Again, ending this class with gratitude, knowing that no matter where we are, no matter what day it is, we can always call upon this peace because it resides right here. It doesn't reside on our circumstances, but it resides right here inside. And that's what we're cultivating here together in this yoga flow, is that we carry our peace with us. Beautiful. May the light, love, and peace within me and my family always honor the light, love, and peace within you and yours. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Again, Amber Smith with Moon Mama Yoga and Birth Services. Thank you all so much for letting me be here with you again today. I hope you found value in this. Please, you can always leave comments. I encourage you to do so. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know how this has been going for you. Let me know what you would like. Let me know what you prefer, okay? I'm an open book. Thank you all so much. Hope you have a wonderful week.